Oh, Peter! Oh, Peter! Oh, Moda! Why do you have another Family Guy video within a week? What's going on? Are you simping for the good old Peter Griffin? You might be wondering, yes, I am actually. Because I've been watching all of Family Guy for the last couple weeks while I was editing, and I gotta say, I finished the whole series, and man, everything after season 4 kind of made me cry a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, what Family Guy is also known for are creepypastas. Yes, indeed. As its cartoon brethren, American Dad is known for the best speedruns, Family Guy is known for some pretty primo creepypastas. And who would know more about creepypastas than yours truly? I used to read them every week way back in the day, and back then I was a lot nicer and I had a lot better I had a lot lower standards. Back in the day I was like, Jeff the Killer was actually scary, guys, over Dead Space 2 footage, and I must say, I was wrong. Now, here we're going to sit back and we're going to read some Family Guy lost episodes and just rekindle that love for creepypastas. Sort of relax, sort of let things, sort of ease in, spend a nice... Listen, no one's going to be going out this Halloween, okay? We in the middle of a pandemic, boys and girls, so we might as well sit the fuck back inside and enjoy the spooks and the specks all the way from home. Woohoo! Now, if you want to know about good creepypastas, okay, there's the Reddit board No Sleep, which is way better than anything I've seen, okay? I mean, if you want it to be a creepypasta narrator, there are some quality things right over here, like my university wants me dead. Whew. We're already getting off to a strong start here, Jesus. But let's go to the Family Guy wiki, okay? Now, before we begin, I gotta tell you, I probably will put some Family Guy gaming footage on top of this, like the old days of haunted gaming, but also that what we're about to read may not exactly be of the highest quality, so sit back, relax, and please be nice to the authors. We're just here to have a good time. Honestly, we're here to laugh, okay? Alright, if you get scared by any of these... well, that is an unintended effect. So let's get into Family Guy, a lost episode. In Uganda, Fox brought back Family Guy after it was a dead meme. Seth wanted to bring the show back right, and he felt like the show needed a religious tone, one that the fans would understand. So for season 69... Lord help me, I need whiskey. He wanted to make a fresh start, as if to start the series over again. But for this to work, he had to make an episode that could start the series back over again. For years, he never aired it, because of time. He later forgot about it, and the original tape went to heaven, then went to hell, because God hates Family Guy. I mean, with the amount of times God has been ripped on in Family Guy, that is a true statement. I was quite a dead meme fan myself, so when an unknown tape was for sale online, oh, we know how it begins, don't we, Bootman Bill fans? I ordered it, and it got in the mail 6 days later. It was 69 minutes and 420 seconds long. Oh, it began with a darker version of the intro. It was a bit more red-pitched, and when it went to the logo, there were flashes of color, like the gay flag. Oh man, this was written in 2008. It began with a gay version of the house. Everything seemed silent, but when it cut to the interior, Brian was yelling at the family about something odd. From what I could interpret, Peter then made a cutaway gags. Not gags. But you could only see a little bit of it. It took place in a store. But for the last couple of seconds, the screen was just LOL. Oh man. Okay. And the audio was very messed up. It sounded like someone speaking, but I couldn't discern what they were saying. The camera then focused on Stewie, who was saying something, but the audio quality was too messed up to understand. It cut to a crudely drawn meme on the table, with a white hand reaching for it. The scene cut to a unicorn screen, where the knife was falling in slow motion, with Brian catching it. A very odd blood explosion was seen, with screaming in the background. Peter was coming out of a broken wall, but something pulled him back in through. It cut back to the house with a red sky. Halfway through, the sky turned black, and there was an explosion from some parts of the house. It cuts to another second of Peter, with a slight explosion behind him. Then to Stewie, with red eyes and a slight wound on his forehead. As the camera was going out of focus for a second, It then cut to some low-pitched singing with a dark background, and for a few seconds you could see some woman dancing. A little Family Guy TikTok, if you will. It had an odd tune. It cut to an inverted background with Peter still alive. Something behind him attacked him. There were waves, making it hard to see who attacked him in the first place. But it then shone a swirling picture. It was hard to tell what, though. The house had some odd colors thrown on it, and there was a bit of static that could be seen. After a couple of seconds, the colors started to get truly messed up, and it stayed that way for a while. I would have expected something scary, but a hand came out and Brian just stabbed through it. There was a bloodstain on the arm. It unexpectedly came back to the family on the couch. There was a doorbell ring. Brian opened it, but it was unknown who it was because of the mirror. Brian welcomed whoever it was, and the family stood up. It cut back to Stewie for a couple seconds, and then the house again for a couple seconds. I hate it when these stories, by the way, these lost episodes, they follow this Ring mentality. If you ever watch the movie The Ring, it's just they have a tape in it, the cursed tape, that has like 7-second like cuts of like random jargon and shit. And apparently you get freaked out and cursed at the end. You know what made that whole tape scary? Was that whole section of the story had a meaning to it. That whole tape did have a meaning to it. All these cuts have no meaning. I bet you by the end of when we get to it, there will be no meaning discovered. I 100% bet you. It then showed a gun. I had no idea why the gun was there. Then it cut to the house moving around. It seemed that behind the background was footage of Nazi soldiers. Why? I mean, that's something I see Family Guy doing, actually. It went on for a while, and for the last couple of seconds, you could barely see that it was a house. The picture moved out of the screen for a second, then came back. For the last seconds of the episode, you could see someone moving curtains around during some peaceful music. There was no credits. It just cut to black. I was upset. I looked for the man who sold me the tape. He had several accounts, and then he refused to take it back for any amount of money. Why would you pay someone to take back a shit tape like that? I would just scam someone else after that. Goddamn, normally, I know that's a terrible thing to say, but cut your losses, burn the tape and call it a day, or just sell it online as a lost episode. Don't you dare file a refund. Don't you dare do that. I met Seth later at a fan convention and asked him about it. He told me there was no way the tape was his. He yelled at me for a while until I just quit talking about it. Later, I showed the episode to my friends because I kept the tape. We finished watching it, and I went to get some beer. And when I came back, they were all gone. I found them all lying in the bathtub, dead. What? I think he must have shown his friends the blackmail tape he had on him or something, with the words spelled out in blood. We don't need this. Man, imagine the episode being that bad. I was truly upset, and I need to get to the bottom. It was not worth it. You owe me money. You lost the bet. This was not worth anything, okay? Let me tell you right now, okay? This was the worst plot that I've read. It went nowhere. I wasted my time, and I will never get that time back. You'll never get that time back. We should be kind of a little enraged about it. All right, let's get out of it. So, overall, I gotta say the story, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. Okay, while it definitely lost on pacing, on the fact that there was no scares, the fact that it was written with cliches, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10 because you did more effort than I did writing a creepypasta in that they actually wrote the story. Now, unfortunately, there's no author over here. In fact, if anything, okay, this story is available under CC by SA unless otherwise noted. So before anybody copy strikes the video, understand under licensing, this contribution I can use freely for any purpose, including commercial, in accordance with the CC by SA license. I will give you attribution. I will give you all the links to this crazy story in the comment section below. If this isn't a troll pasta, I'm fucking Yes, you are! For years, he never aired it because my ass time. That made no sense. Yeah, they definitely edited the story. Really? You could edit out the punctuation errors, but not the whole story? Come on now. Worst... Wow, people are so mean. Worst fucking pasta ever. Oh my god. That's so rude. And then look at this one. This is fucking fake and Really? Really? Really, we're gonna say it's fake? Really? This sucks hard. Oh my god, everyone's so mean. Oh, Peter, this episode isn't too long, Muda. What are you gonna do? What am I gonna do? Well, of course we're gonna read one more. Careful, this site might be harmful. Oh, I'm on a virtual machine. Take me to the cringe. Stewie.exe. Hi, my name is Matt. Today, oh, by the way, this is CC by SA. Don't copy strike it, I swear to God. My name is Matt. Today I found a lost episode VHS. What I watched. The horrible thing ever happened when I watched Family Guy. Stewie attacked everyone. There was blood everywhere. Peter went outside and the sky was bloody on the floor and he got scared and saw Stewie, who had on himself. Stewie killed Peter. Peter! And blood went everywhere. I think there was like a file attached to it, like an actual like piece of media, which would have been crazy. I knew all this here that Family Guy was a scary show. Then when Stewie saw the blood, he ran away because Stewie was a psycho. Oh no! Oh Peter, that's a scary story. That's at least a 9 out of 10, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I was sufficiently scared on that. I edited. Ooh, it was awful, so I fixed it. Nah. Fix it is a very, I think you're using that word way too liberally. Come on now. This one was so bad, by the way, when it was removed because of bad grammar. Oh my God. Fucking wow, dude. I think at the beginning, before I recorded and sipped some whiskey, I promised you all that I was going to give you a double feature, and I did. I gave you guys Family Guy Lost Episode and Stewie.exe. Now, I gotta say, these were incredibly hilarious creepypastas to read through if you want to go with the creepypasta narration. They were most likely just troll pastas. They were troll pastas, and I had a good time reading them. I haven't read a creepypasta in fucking years, so it actually felt really good to read one of these after forever. But what's more important is if you're one of the authors behind these stories, if you want to get credit to your thing, like your name or your Facebook or, you know, your Twitter or any like social media, reach out to me with like obvious proof that you wrote these and we'll talk or something. That being said, though, I am protected by the Creative Commons shit. So please, I don't want to deal with any of this copyright stuff when I give these things ratings. I will say I stand by my 1 out of 10 rating, and I stand by my 9 out of 10 rating for obvious bullshit reasons. That being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. This is me, Mudahar, and I am